I'm Tim Hellman.
And I'm Jamison Challeen.
And this is Movie Talk. Today we're going to review the movie Argo. It's a film directed by Ben Affleck, and it's about the Iranian hostage crisis of 1979, where Iranian revolutionaries took over the U.S. Embassy in Tehran, and 6 diplomats fled before all the hostages were taken and hid out at the Canadian ambassador there's home for several months while the U.S. figured out how to get them out of there safely. And Ben Affleck plays Tony Mendez. He's a CIA specialist who was brought in to figure out a plan to get them home, and he comes up with the idea of using a fake sci-fi film as a cover for the idea that these 6 are his film crew so they can get on the plane safely without being pulled over and shot, basically.
It was really awesome that Ben Affleck, went out of his way to put this thing together to give some real, I don't want to say real American heroes, but real American heroes who because they work in the intelligence industry, sometimes the rewards they get, they can't tell anyone about. A wonderful performance by Ben Affleck. I wouldn't certainly say his best, but that's the thing, is that character, a specific character he played thoroughly and, to the full extent.
Well, people say he's a much better director than an actor, but I think he's a good actor too.
Directed, though. The
he's a great director, and writer, actually.
Did he write it too?
Not this one, but he wrote and directed The Town, and then he wrote and directed, or co-wrote anyway, Gone Baby Gone, which is,
I have to see both of those.
Which his brother starred in Gone Baby Gone, but Casey Affleck.
Oh, Casey? Well, maybe I'll skip that.
You don't like Casey?
No, I do. I like Casey. I'm an Affleck fan. I'm a Ben Affleck fan. When I say Affleck, I don't mean Casey. I don't mean any of the other Afflecks that may be out there. I mean Ben Affleck. That's my boy.
One of the interesting things about this movie coming out right after there was just a raid, not at the embassy, but at the consulate. So
I did not know
you didn't hear. That's a huge political debate now that Obama didn't do his best to keep that from happening.
That's the same story they did when went with Jimmy Stewart. Pretty much the same thing.
Jimmy Carter.
Jimmy Carter. Sorry,
you love Jimmy Stewart, but he was never president.
Yeah. He was my president. I voted for you, Jimmy. I love Jimmy Carter, and it was cool to have. It was cool there for as much inclusion. I don't want to give anything away, but as much inclusion as they gave with Jimmy Carter, I really enjoyed. I don't care about the politics of the man. Just anyone who's out there swinging hammers.
I think it's really low. Like, people didn't try to use 9/11 against Bush.
I don't know.
A low tactic, I think.
Well, and that's the thing.
That's why I don't like politics.
That's why I don't like politics. It's the same kind of stuff I saw in the schoolyard when I went to school. Same stuff I saw in high school. Same stuff I saw in college. It's the same crap. And it's not like it's new. It's not like this is the first time in history this has happened. Things like the French Revolution happened. And I don't know if you rich people remember what that was like, but you should read a book maybe. Because if tensions continue to grow and grow like that, there's no way to stop that kind of thing from happening. People are taught that money is wealth, and it isn't.
And
food is wealth, because I can eat food. I can't eat money.
And they're taught that money is success, which it is.
Absolutely. And that's another thing that they don't realize is economically, when all the money gets hoarded into a particular area, there's a point where it actually ends up being worthless. I'm not the one to tell this world how to get along or whatever, but this isn't any different. When I go back through history, I don't really see it as any different than it has ever been, particularly in the Roman era. This is very, very much like Nova Roma, if you will, as it is now. And hopefully America can turn things around and not have to suffer the fall. However, I don't see any signs of that happening, but I actually pray that isn't going to be the case, because I do love this country. I love people, and I don't think that everyone should have to be.
My opinion, sticking with Obama does keep on the progressive side of things rather than going back.
Even the fact that the legal definition of rape is back up for conversation shows that this country is sliding backwards. That's moving backwards. We've never been a backwards moving country. We have always been a forward moving country.
So a couple of criticisms I've heard about the movie is, one, they kind of minimalize the Canadian government's involvement, they're saying.
The way the movie portrayed it, that the Canadians got all the credit last time. Canadians got all the credits last time. The Americans, no one could know about the Americans' involvement,
So
so everything had to be secret.
on their side of it, yeah.
Maybe it seems to be rather fair there. Although I don't, necessarily want to leave out the work that they did, because they did help those people.
And then also Tony Mendez was Latino. Ben Affleck's not Latino.
Oh,
so
yeah,
he kind of stole a role from a Latino.
Well, that's the thing. Is that he got that movie made.
Oh yeah.
He directed that movie. He gets to play any dang part he wants to play. If he wants to play, Esmeralda Montoya, he can play her whenever he wants.
We're both big Ben Affleck fans, even though
Oh yeah, man.
a lot of Hollywood is against him. But
Affleck, you the bomb and Phantoms, yo!
yeah, one of the reasons I love him is because he's such good friends with Kevin Smith. So
Yeah, I love Kevin Smith. I love that whole crew.
They both gave each other their starts. One of my favorite stories he tells of Affleck is when they first met. Affleck he used to write him notes and leave him on the set saying, "Do you like me? I'm a great guy. We should hang out." Drinks and stuff.
Oh, I never heard that story. That's
He's like,
funny.
Ben Affleck was the guy that would write notes and leave them for you. Then he became Mr. People magazine with J-Lo and everything. That's one of the reasons my friend hates him, is because he thinks he got too much hype in the magazines and stuff.
Well, he did, but that wasn't his fault. No way in hell did he want that.
He's really reinvented himself.
Yeah, well done and well acted, and he's just cool.
So the movie,
the movie.
I gave it 4.5 stars.
4.5 stars. That's exactly what I give it.